Do you have any results that you want to talk about, Jared? Anything stand
Yeah, I think
out
there's
for
a
you?
few that we should. I think the biggest shocker, I think, was the Austin loss to St. Louis. That's a pretty obviously. It's always tough to go in for a new team who's really hyped up for that first game, and I believe that was at St. Louis, wasn't it?
No, the game was in Austin.
It was in Austin. Jesus, oh my God, that's rough. I mean, some of us. I mean, we did pick Austin pretty high. I think you and I in our standings. I think Nick
Yeah, lots of
dropped them
time
down
left.
a little bit.
It'll be okay.
But there was the elements like, man, did they overachieve last year? And this is an overreaction to 1 week's. But
Well, okay,
you lost
so
to the expansion side.
Let's
at home.
contextualize this because I think a lot of this comes down to Kip Keller and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Because he gets forced on when Cascante goes down with an injury in the first 10 minutes. He's a second-year player. They're not counting on him being a first-time, a first-choice player at all this season. Cascante was going to be the guy, and they went out and get Vasainen to replace Gabrielson. And he, first of all, gets beat by Tim Parker for the opening goal by St. Louis. Then he passes the ball backwards to Jared Stroud for that second goal. Did you see that moment, Jared? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I mean, the explanation is that they were teammates last year. That that Stroud was in Austin with Keller last year, and Stroud just said, "Hey, pass me the ball," called for the ball, and Keller's brain blinked out, and he passed to the wrong guy. And then he gets beat by.
That's crazy.
He gets beat by João Klaus for the last goal too.
And it's it's 3D chess if it is too.
Some of that is Austin wasn't as good as they should have been. I mean, Driussi is good. That was a beautiful goal that he scored. But some of it is just bad luck and an injury. Now, Austin's got to figure out what to do about Cascante, and it might be Alexander Ring, and it might be Nick Lima. They're talking about playing Nick Lima at center back. That's a problem for them going
short center
forward.
back, man.
But I don't know that I can look at that and go, "Oh, St. Louis is so much better than we thought they were, or Austin so much worse than we thought." I think it's just week one craziness in MLS. Right, by the way, I know killed like 3/4 of the MLS survival pool people that were involved in that. Picked Austin. I didn't pick Austin.
Yeah. So one thing I do want to talk about this, I won't say it was a surprise, but it was one of the standout moments of the weekend for me. I know you don't have the original "Oh Baby" drop, but whatever one you do have, Joaquin Torres. Holy crap!
Okay, so that's a. That's an "Oh Baby" without a goal. He sets one up.
That might be a hit him what.
Well, I do. I think I did just put that on the board again.
Oh, here we go, saucing them up. Hit him. What?
That's more Joaquin Torres right there.
That's more,
the double spin on
Dipsy
Columbus.
do like I don't know what you call what the heck he was doing there. How much of that do you think he had control of and was purposeful versus how much it was what the ball was doing with him?
Oh no, but that's a good dribbler, a good player, a player with that kind of skill responds to what the ball is doing in those moments.
Always tight to his feet, man.
Always.
That whole sequence tight to his feet.
It's like going back and, Marcus Rashford had this insane pass on the weekend, right? But you go back and look at it, he's probably trying to play a back heel, but it comes off his back foot and goes directly into the path of his teammates. Like, he didn't mean that, but give him credit for it anyway, right?
Yeah, that has to be the highlight of my weekend. That movement right there, and for it to result in the goal, that's just the cherry on top.
Again, I think Sebastian Driussi deserves an "Oh Baby" for his goal.
Sure.
I think Henny Mukhtar deserves an "Oh Baby" for the goal he set up
Off
in
the
that
bench,
game
no less.
for Nashville off the bench. Obviously, look, Thiago Almada. I mean, double. I played it again. Double "Oh Babies" for Thiago Almada, saving Atlanta from a very humiliating opening day loss in front of 65,000 people, or 67 or whatever. What was that? That was my Survivor League. My Survivor Pool pick was Atlanta. I thought, Atlanta at home against San Jose. That's easy. Give that to me, baby. And then I needed Almada stepping up and added time just to survive. So this is the way MLS goes.
Let me give me a little pick your poison here, just results wise. I want to see how you feel. More surprising to you, Charlotte losing at home to New England, or the other one that I'm trying to think. I had one in mind, but I think I know what your answer is going to be, so I was trying to give you a different one.
Correct.
Let's go with Minnesota over Dallas.
I mean, those. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, neither one of those games gets me excited. Neither one of those games.
I'm
is
just asking
very
which one you're
sexy.
more surprised by.
I mean, I guess Minnesota because Reynoso is off barbecuing in Argentina and doesn't want to play soccer right now. I guess that's that's the one that surprises me more because New England going to Charlotte. Charlotte had a decent year last year. Both those teams missed the playoffs. It's a coin flip for me, and the way it plays out kind of reflects that. Henry Kessler with an 89th minute goal.
Minnesota
Like,
over
what?
Dallas,
Yeah.
or DC over Toronto.
DC over Toronto is it shouldn't be overly shocking because of how bad
They are at
Toronto
home.
was defensively last year, and DC was at home. But DC was the wooden spoon winner last year. I mean, they broke the Cincinnati streak. It was them. And
Listen, you and I were both bullish on Toronto, and if Bernadeschi's hurt,
no, it's Insigne that might be hurt.
Insigne.
Yeah, and Bernadeschi's going to have to carry that load. But also defensively, they don't look much better. They get ripped open in the midfield. I give Michael Bradley a lot of respect for the career he's had. But the guy, I'm faster than Michael Bradley right now. Jared, I'm probably faster than
How
him.
does Toronto give up 2 goals in stoppage time, though? 2 goals in stoppage time.
Yeah, and they just let DC walk the ball in, too. And look, is this the best name in Major League? What's the best name in Major League Soccer right now, Jared? What's the best name?
Digital Takawira.
He's not in Major League Soccer anymore.
my
You
bad.
cannot pick Digital Takawira.
Pooge the Splooge.
Tokyo Sexwale is not in Major League Soccer. You can't pick Tokyo Sexwale. Ted Ku Di Pietro. Is that the best name in Major League Soccer?
That's
Ted.
an interesting one.
His name is Ted.
I've never seen what I assume is Ku Chinese or African, and then Di Pietro is Italian. Like there's some. It's like you're mixing continental and I don't know.
Wait, hold on. I don't understand what road we're going down here. This is just who he is. His name is Theodore Ku Di Pietro. That's who he is. And apparently Wayne Rooney just calls him Ku, which you
He's
kind
got
of feel
Cootie
like.
in his name.
I feel like the Di Pietro part, like that's getting disrespected a little bit.
Cootie.
All right. So he steps up. He gets the assist on the Benteke equalizer, and then scores the winner himself. So the kids in DC are getting.
I mean,
getting it
you have to
done.
be happy if you're DC because the 2 of the names you brought in, Benteke and Klitsch, both produce game 1. Klitsch, it's a nice strike from distance.
The Klitsch goal is the one that makes Toronto's midfield look like a disaster. Just again, and I think Matt Doyle had a breakdown of this on one of his columns where the ball is getting moved out of the back by DC. Actually, there's a bad pass by Mark Anthony Kaye, who's not the Mark Anthony Kaye that helped LAFC to a record number of points in 2019. And then he tries to repress to get the ball, gets just absolutely obliterated on the sideline, run right by, gives up. The ball gets sprayed to the middle of the field where there's a massive amount of space because Michael Bradley and look, the other midfielders for Toronto aren't covering that ground, and allows Klitsch to run and take a shot from 25 with a bullet.
You got Mark Anthony Kaye and Michael Bradley. That should work. On paper, that should work. But when you
Osorio's
see
the
it
other
in
name
person,
in that midfield. Yeah.
when you see it in person, it doesn't feel like, at least I don't think there's any coincidence that Michael Bradley, on the legs that he has left and the age that he is, that those goals are getting given up in the 90th and 98th minute. But also, if this is it, this could be what you may see as the identity of a Wayne Rooney team. How many times do you see Wayne Rooney never give up, fight to the last minute, make results out of the last minutes of games, both in Fergie time at Manchester United or chasing down a ball at DC United for an assist all the way across the field.
Yeah.
He has a fighter's mentality, and if DC can tap into that and Wayne Rooney can instill that in them, they'll be in games.